Hello, my name is James Brown. I'm an architect, and this is Spotlight World Design Capital 2024. I was born in Canada. When I moved to San Diego, I was called into the counselor's office. James Brown, what are you doing when you graduate? I said, I'm probably going to join the Navy, like my dad. And he said, okay, I want you to consider entering in the architecture program. And I went home and I thought about it and I decided to do it. Every year, the Loeb Fellowship accepts 10 practitioners from around the world. I was selected in 2007, and I thought as a purely intellectual exercise, I would design a binational city on the border. I did some artistic explorations of the problem. There are certain things in life that cannot be handled through technology. If you thought you were seeing your parents for the last time, you would be compelled to travel to that meeting place. That story has repeated itself so many times. It's extremely moving. It's also heartbreaking. After the year, it was exhibited in the Contemporary Museum of Art. And I was approached at the opening by 3 people, and they said, we're really interested in the work and we need your help on an important project. Homeland Security had built a second wall, and they've cut off an important meeting place on the border called Friendship Park. I didn't know anything about it until that moment. And they asked if I would help them, talk to Border Patrol, give them design ideas, how to make that meeting place accessible again. We imagine the vitality of Playas in its beautiful boardwalk, its housing, its offices to continue across the border. So it will not be just a line with just estuary on the north side and city on the south. There'll be a mixing both ways. Imagine a pier that goes out into the ocean 2,000 feet, and not just a fishing pier, a pier big enough to have hotels, restaurants, musical performances, amphitheaters, like a giant structure of cooperation. This is a city we're designing. A lot of people say to me, why do you need to do that? Why is it so important? And my response is, these families are meeting in a militarized space. The fence has recently been raised from 18 feet to 30 feet all along the border. In just the preservation of this small meeting place, we have lost more ground than we've gained. It's slowly damaging our relationships. The future years of cooperation that World Design Capital is paving the way for. Already, there's many people that have been working with their colleagues across the border. But the numbers have a chance to multiply significantly because of this designation. This is like an accelerator program. Once the committee was here and saw the vitality that we have between our cities, I don't think they could possibly deny it. I think they were like thunderstruck with the potential for what we do here. Right now, the airwaves, we're being bombarded about how one country doesn't trust the other country, how citizens might not trust other citizens, when we who work in the border region all the time know that that is not the case. But what we have now is the opportunity to create a symbol of cooperation, trust, and friendship on our border. This is what International Friendship Park is. We can't always trust our leadership to show us the way. It's the citizens that decide things in both of our countries. And this kind of a park will prove to the whole world that we are friends.